Alright, so it looks like we got some more Saints Row Reboot gameplay to look at. IGN uploaded a first look at insurance fraud, the activity that we all know from Saints Row, and more criminal ventures. So we got a 9-minute 15 video ahead of us. Let's go ahead and check it out. I mean, I've played insurance fraud, but have you ever been able to run into a car and it blows up, or is that like something they added for this game? I don't really play 4's insurance fraud that much. I know Get Out of Hell had like a whole version of it when you were in hell, literally. So I don't know, but 2 and 1, I'm pretty sure you didn't go flying up into the air. I mean, you flew up into the air. The air time was crazy. The ragdoll, I'm already seeing they brought that back, but I don't think the cars blew up on impact. That's kind of a crazy detail. Chicken a la King. Who? Chicken a la King. I don't know if I said that right. Defend Shoopa Loopa Cuppa. What? Okay, so we got escort missions. Basically, that's from what I'm seeing. What kind of? It look like a van or something. The HUD looks nice. I know we only like 5 seconds into the video, but let's just, you know, you get bonuses, I guess, for getting certain things. Yeah, okay, challenges and stuff during the activity. I like the HUD though. JimRob, bring the vehicle to JimRob. Okay, so that's kind of like Chop Shop. I think that's what it was called. But you got people,
Saints Row Reboot is just over a month away from release, and today IGN has your first look at several of the criminal ventures you'll be able to undertake as you look to become the crime boss of Santo Ileso, including the return of series favorite insurance fraud. Volition lead producer Roger Smith answered my questions about all the new activities, so I'll mix in what he told me as well. For instance, Smith told me that this time around, quote, criminal ventures allow the player to choose which venture they'd like to pursue and...
Wait, what that said? Toxic truck
around,
delivery?
Quote, criminal ventures...
Toxic truck delivery drive to the bright future disposal. One of my favorite activities from Saints Row 2 was the dumpster truck, like shooting the dookie at everybody, like the protesters and stuff like that, and destroying the property. I don't know why that activity was just so random and funny to me, but I guess this is kind of like it. We got a toxic delivery truck.
Allow the player to choose which venture they'd like to pursue and where they would like to place it.
Wingsuit,
the player
okay.
to have control over how they'd like to take over the city and how they'd like for
That's
it to
clean.
look.
You can land on the
Some
car and
players
take
may
the
find
car.
that placing a venture within a certain district gives them a distinct advantage depending on its associated
I'm probably going to turn off the
activity.
health bars.
Some may find they simply prefer how a venture looks within a certain district, end quote. I also learned that each completed venture generates passive income for you, which you'll need because later ventures get a lot more expensive. Also, when you complete them, you'll earn venture-specific allies to guard each spot if trouble comes to town. Let's take a look.
So they said venture-specific allies. I mean, you would see like people from the like activities you would go in, like there would be a cutscene, like the first time you enter in the activity in that area. So it sounded like the people that you meet are going to be used in a way throughout the map or maybe in the story. I don't know.
Look at a few specific criminal ventures. My favorite Saints Row activity of all time is back. Yes, insurance fraud. For the Saints Row Reboot, Volition has added an adrenaline mode, which Smith explains triggers after you build up your adrenaline meter. Smith explains saying, quote, once the adrenaline is full, the player enters adrenaline mode. This is where colliding with an oncoming vehicle results in it literally blowing up.
Okay, so I didn't pay attention to the adrenaline mode bar being filled up. So maybe that's like the thing they did with this one. Because I think when you got adrenaline mode in the other Saints Rows, the traffic would like drive faster or something. Or like in the area you're in, the traffic would drive faster. I don't remember too much. It's been a minute since I played it, but that's a cool detail.
The meter starts to run out quickly, but the player can keep adrenaline mode going if they continue to rack up the combos, end quote. And as you can see here, it looks as fun as ever.
I mean, yeah, it look good. It looks good. I feel like it's gonna be easier with the explosion though, because like you can't mess up really. So what's the real difficulty here? Do you have to change areas? I'm not seeing like a mini map, so I mean, unless they just turned it off for the gameplay. But in I think like the more you progress throughout insurance fraud, you would have to like change the area. Like you'll get a certain amount of time in that area, and then you would have to change it up. So maybe they show it later, or I don't know. You can choose to get up and end the combo.
Say
Okay.
hello to toxic
That car looks nice right there.
disposals. The aforementioned Roger Smith from the Saints Row development team told me that this activity can get very stressful very quickly. Here's how he explained it. Quote, there isn't any initial pressure since the player never receives an explicit timer. However, there can be a lot of traffic and lunatic drivers mixed in with it. You never know what some of the knucklehead motorists of Santo Ileso might do in a moment of panic or impatience. Additionally, the stability of the toxic waste barrels is extremely volatile. Therefore, even if you bump into something inconsequential, it can cause one of the barrels to explode and start spilling waste.
Yeah, and that's where I think I'm not gonna play that one. I'm just gonna do my little insurance fraud, get my. Because do you need respect to do missions in this game like you would do in any other Saints Row, or did they? I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with every single video, but
off with the gas pedal floored. Even if you slow down by 1 mile per hour, it'll cause the volatility of the barrels to increase and leading you to losing more of your load.
Hey yo, what the?
Sounds like it should lead to some very chaotic gameplay moments.
I just don't have a good experience with like trucks. The first time I like see a truck, I just think of GTA San Andreas when you had to drive the motorcycle with Caesar on the back of it, and you had to jump to the truck. You had to perfectly line. I don't know why that randomly just came into my brain, but yeah. And look what we doing in this game, driving a truck. Oh, that's a nice little Jeep right there. I like the vehicles I'm seeing so far. Like the vehicle customization is good, but like the personal character customization, I mean, I've seen a few good characters you can make, but like the body structure and like there's less settings to like go super advanced into your customization. So that's why I feel like Saints Row 1 and 2 and shoot, even 3, the character customization is definitely better on that game.
Boss. Those orders keep rolling in. I'll update the map with all the new locations.
Is it?
So you got cash and XP. So like I said, I haven't been keeping up too much with all the gameplay, so you don't get respect for completing
Safe
this.
to have all that toxic waste just out there in the
Because
city?
the XP is used for upgrades, right?
That stuff can turn people into radioactive homicidal maniacs. Be careful out there.
What happens when radiation and people mix in Saints Row? This. Smith told me that you won't see any mutants or crazy beasts.
Nah, they should have did how they did in Saints Row 2. Or was it Saints Row 3? I think it might have been Saints Row 3. I can't remember. My brain is all over the place. But remember that one island, there would just be a whole bunch of zombies on it? Dang, I can't even remember. I think it was the third game. Yeah, it was the third game. It was the third game. Like, I think it was a whole bunch of just zombies. Even in Saints Row 2, they had that zombie mini game where you would play it on the TV. They should have just did the mutant thing. I feel like that's funny. That's cool. It's not too crazy. Like, I don't know.
But that radiated bad guys will act quite a bit.
They kind of look like they look like created WWE wrestlers, bro. Like when they turn the skin tone to like green. That's exactly what they look like in this game.
More aggressively than the ones who don't make your Geiger counter freak out. They're also
Your what?
a lot tougher to boot.
Geiger? I hate that
Who's
sound.
in those barrels?
So you gotta take people out that are defending the truck, and then you gotta bring the truck. They got health bars for cars too?
Right, future.
Man, I'm losing barrels here.
Well, you better step on it then.
I'm on my way.
Clearly, the food truck activities are going to be the gameplay equivalent of having your hand in a pot of water that slowly starts to boil. Things will heat up. I asked Smith just how high the temperature will get, and he said, quote, "It gets intense in terms of the number of enemies you fight, especially when you get to the final phase of each pursuit. However, it doesn't ramp up to the point of tanks coming after you. The food truck is durable, but not exactly Brinks truck
All
durable.
the traffic in town moves through 4 trucks. Weenie, Twisty, Sammy, and the King.
Nothing a few rockets and a Molotov can't fix.
True. Or we could steal each truck and all its product and put it to work for us.
Even better. Where do these guys roll?
I've got Jimmy following the King right now. I'll put you in touch.
Now I have an idea for this activity. Let's see if they actually
Hey.
execute with it.
It's Jimmy, right?
Yeah. Good to see you, boss.
What's the King moving today?
Lower dust. They just re-upped, so the truck's full.
You see any muscle?
Maybe a dozen guys, a few cars.
I'll take it from here. Go see if Chewie needs help.
What is it? Lower
Here
dust?
we go.
Defeat the King's crew. Hang on. Weapon wheel. Cobra pistol. Kill enemies while riding on a vehicle. So you just got a whole bunch of challenges. Got a Triple H sledgehammer. You got a, what's that, a Mac? An AK or KN or something like that. A sawed off. I feel like that weapon right there don't got enough kick to it. Like, there's not enough oomph. And I feel like, yeah, the AI is not responsive. I feel like the AI is a little, I don't know what difficulty it's on, but they don't even look challenging. Chicken
Hey,
and
Chewie,
King.
I'm driving home with the King.
Oh, yeah. That's Lakeshore money. All those bankers and brokers are gonna make us rich.
Another one down.
Now, what I was going to say is, imagine you could throw the product or whatever. I think it's some type of drug. I think they said something about dust. I don't know, but lower dust or whatever they said. But imagine you just throw like chicken out the side of the car or something stupid like that. I don't know. And it would just like mess up their windshield or something. You'd think of like if you ever watched Good Burger, that scene when it was throwing the ice cream at the people that was chasing them, or even GTA San Andreas when Ryder was throwing the boxes out the back of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just thought that would be funny. I don't know how you would do it if you're
Okay,
driving,
boss,
but
bring in the King and finish his crew. We gotta lock this place down tight.
they're just ramming through trees like it's nothing. Oh, you ain't getting no animation for getting out the car? Yeah, AI is AI is not. I'm gonna have to put this game on the hardest difficulty or something. That grenade animation is from Saints Row 3, I think. Like when you jump and you throw the grenade.
That's right. Who wears the crown now, King?
Got that sled. Oh, they cut it off when the sledgehammer was in play.
JimRob's garage.
Oh, here go JimRob.
The service center has all the tools you need to customize your ride. And if you see a car out there with something you like, bring it on in.
They don't got the escort missions up in here when they was getting freaky in the car.
Let's talk shop.
Hey, JR, if we're short on parts, why don't we just steal them? We could run a little chop shop here.
Now that would save us a pretty penny. I need some parts for a hammerhead. How about you get me one of those?
First,
characters so far-
JimRob's is officially my favorite name for any of the fake businesses in Saints Row. Second,
It is?
we've got a wingsuit. Smith assured me that it's available from the very moment the player is in the open world, and that,
Dang.
quote, there will be different wingsuit skins that the player can purchase and or earn, end quote. So there you have it, your first good look at 4 of the criminal ventures.
Dang, that was it? I mean, okay, that's 4, but I don't know. Like the characters, like you see how they said the characters were gonna be like a part of like whatever they was talking about. I feel like none of the characters were really that interesting. None of them really popped out. Like, shoot, even the Saints Row 1 people you would talk to, like they would have some crazy like backstories to them. Like when you first like run into them, like the pimps and stuff, and just random old ladies. Like, I don't know. I feel like they don't really have too much personality to them.
Available to you in Saints Row.
But the gameplay's
We've
good.
got a lot more to show you about this game ahead of its August 23 release date, including our extensive hands-on preview coming to IGN next
When?
week.
Next week? Okay, I'm gonna be looking at that too. Yeah, I don't like the health bars. I'm gonna turn them off. I think you can, so you just don't It don't look right.
JimRob's.
Hey, JR, got you a hammerhead.
All right. Just leave it there on the side.
What else you need?
The Idols have an off-road buggy they call the Desert Devil. Can you get that for me? I seen them riding northeast of town around the mesas.
If it's out there, I'll find it.
Yeah, the map in the world look alright. I don't know how many stores there are. I didn't really see too many on the mini map. But the graphics look cool. The AI is just a little, I don't know. Like all the AI they ran into in this video did not know what they were doing at all. Insurance fraud probably, from all the activities I've seen. I mean, I obviously haven't played them, but insurance fraud still looked to be the most fun out of the 3-4 they showed. Other than that, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, they have more gameplay next week, so we're gonna be checking that out. But thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next Saints Row Reboot video.